Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand. Welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Wednesday, May 10th, 2023, 3:15 p.m. Eastern. We're having a time for change call tonight at around 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to address some issues that are occurring that needs to be clarified between good and evil, and not to get tricked into being, seduced into the lower frequencies. Nothing is lacking in you. You cannot be improved upon. People who try to improve you are destroying you, and they are the real mischief makers. There are so many improvers in this world, and that's why the world is such a chaos. There are too many people trying to improve you. Don't allow anybody to improve you. You're already the last word. You're not only the Alpha, you are the Omega also. You are whole, complete, and perfect. Even if you feel imperfect, that imperfection is perfect. Do not worry about it. It will look strange to others if you say that your imperfection is also perfect, and nothing is lacking in you. Yet the fact is that you appear imperfect, not because you are imperfect, but because you are a growing perfection. We think perfection cannot evolve, because what we mean by perfection is that which has come to its last growth. This definition of perfection is dead. God is perfect because God lacks nothing. God goes on growing from one perfection to another. The growth continues. God is evolution, not moving from imperfection to perfection, but from perfection to more perfection, to still more perfection. We hear a lot about, we use the word trying. We use the word a lot. Trying. I'll try this. I'll try it. I'll try it. I'll try doing it. I'll try it. Trying is one of those empty words which create feelings of lack and struggle in our lives. Just notice how lazy the word try really is. It goes nowhere. It signifies that you are not 100% committed to following through, doing what you set out to do and need an escape route. Trying represents the attitude that you don't trust in your natural manifesting ability and divine connection to this universe. In the trying vibration, you are not allowing this all-powerful universe to truly support the effortless manifestation of your desires. It's one of the sneakiest leaks people have in their manifesting vibration. One of the sneakiest leaks. Every time you go into a try mode, this universe responds accordingly with almost giving you what you want. The fact is that you cannot manifest anything until you eliminate this weak, half-assed energy from your life and replace it with the pure joy of trusting that you are a powerful, enlightened manifester. When you look at pure results in this life, the truth is that you either do something or you don't do it. You either do it or don't. The word trying weakens you because it just means that you're slightly invested in the possibility that it probably won't work out for you. It signifies that you are not going to move forward with your action plan and manifest your desires. So you say when you're, I'll try, and it's the feeling that when people say, I'll try, means that that's kind of like, if it doesn't work, at least I tried. So they've already defeated themselves. And, these words that we use are energetic, of course. When you look at pure results in this life, the truth is that you either do something or you don't do it. And the word trying weakens you because it just means that you're slightly invested in the possibility that it probably won't work out for you. It signifies that you are not going to move forward with your action plan and manifest your desires. The energy in trying contains the vibration of failure. It's like right now you pick up something with your hand, like a pen, right? And then try to let it go. And that's right. Don't actually drop it. Just try to do it. And then see what happens. So you say, I'm going to try to drop this pen, right? Hold the pen. You hold the pen up and you go, I'm going to try to drop it. Watch what happens. Try to let it go. Don't actually drop it. Just try to do it. It's a pretty frustrating experience. That is what happens in our lives when we say, excuse me, I'll try to do X, I'll try to do X, Y, Z. You generate a perpetually frustrating experience between what you want and what actually shows up into your world. In this mysterious game of manifesting, you have the choice. I'll either commit 100% to focusing and feeling the end result you want, or committing 100% to focusing and feeling the end result you don't want. To try and focus on what you want or don't want is just saying to this universe that you are not willing to be responsible for instigating success or failure. To try, right, to try and focus on what you want or what you don't want is just saying to this universe that you are not willing to be responsible for instigating success or failure. By bringing more awareness to which side of the coin you're focusing on, you can be clear about what results you're going to attract. When you make this rock-solid commitment to your awareness, knowing in each moment what you are focusing on, you have the power to send out a powerful request into the universe, and it knows that you are sincere about creating and receiving your desired outcome. The opposite of try is commitment. When you step into a truly committed vibration, it is received by this universe as a big yes signal to summon all its people and forces to support your vision full-heartedly. We never manifest anything alone in this world. The all-knowing universe always is assisting us in the manifestation of our goals, dreams, and visions into the physical world. It's good to know that this universe requires crystal clarity of your intention to support you in your manifestation. Crystal clarity. If you send out a wishy-washy, trying energy, you'll just get back wishy-washy results. And then the people of this universe start supporting you as a wishy-washy, irresponsible person. There's nothing wrong with this. We all have our strategies for remaining powerless, and the path of playing the irresponsible game can only last so long before it's too painful. So the pendulum will eventually swing back to responsibility and knowing your true power. Then, when you emanate the feeling of strength, solidity, and commitment in your vision, you'll receive some pretty amazing results in return. You start anytime. Start today. Start to embrace a new way of being in your life, one in which you are creating massive integrity with yourself and the feeling of impeccability with what you say and what you do. Do not be an integrity, all right? Integrity Nazi with yourself or others. Be gentle and compassionate with yourself on this endless journey. You will always exist, even after the body is gone. So create that true long-term relationship with yourself that you can look forward to for eternity. The key is to an effective, healthy relationship with yourself that works is only make commitments that you truly want and never when you don't want to. If you don't know what you want, just say, I don't know yet. This universe has to accept this answer and allow you to be a state of the unknown. This is your life, and you get to do what you want to do with it. Stop attempting to make things happen by sticking your big toe in the baby pool. Instead, dive headfirst into the ocean of existence, and you'll be amazed at how quickly things start manifesting. This life is amazing. It is a genius at making things happen quickly when you're open, willing, and ready for it. The less you try to please others and do it all, the faster things happen with grace and effortless ease. If you're someone who has been stuck in an old habit of saying you're going to do something and really mean it, yet somehow get distracted, tempted, pulled off course, and never happen to follow through, then you've got some digging to do. You'll need to dive deeper inside, relax into the core of your being, and do some uprooting. We suggest that you take a year to completely eliminate the word try and its attitude from your vocabulary. Meaning anytime you feel yourself about to say, I'll try, stop yourself. Rewind and say something else with more backbone, or don't say anything at all. When you stop saying the actual word, I'll try, you'll stop thinking it, feeling it, and release its energetically draining side effects. When you've rid all the weak links in your verbiage, your manifesting vibration will skyrocket beyond the moon. Try, should, need to, have to, got to, can't are the top 5 to eliminate. Try, should, need to, have to, got to, and can't are the top 5 to eliminate. The less you use these words, the stronger your intention becomes and the more magical your manifesting abilities become. Sense how your body responds to eliminate I'll try from your life. It may make you nauseous or bring up deeper fear, yet when eliminate this word, you'll see some radically outstanding changes. If you're normally a tryaholic, it's guaranteed that you'll be pleasantly surprised in just a few days how dramatically different your life feels and how effortlessly those things you desire simply manifest into your life. Look into your past and review the types of situations where you were tempted to or have attempted to play the trying game. Perhaps when you were feeling overcommitted, overwhelmed, or rushing to get your to-do list done. In such a state of overwhelm and panic, you might justify your actions and say, of course I'll try to do X, Y, and Z. People may often use I'll try because they are afraid of disappointing someone and think it's better to disappoint someone else rather than yourself. Your integrity level with your word when you don't believe in you and never know if you'll ever follow through. Do you see the vicious cycle? And it's like today is your day out of this toilet bowl and can shift your life in the most radical and awesome ways. It's all about watching your language. You watch your language very carefully this week. Watch it. And for the next 7 days, do not think, feel, or speak the words I'll try. If you should slip, be very gentle and compassionate with yourself. And imagine a big red stop sign pops up in front of you. Take a deep breath and restate your sentence with, I meant to say, I will, or I am committed to, I am going to, I get to, etc. Only say it when you mean it. Otherwise, say that you don't know, or you cannot commit at this moment in this time. Much different than saying to someone, because you feel the pressure, well, I'll try and do that. Pay close attention to the types of situations, people, and circumstances that entice you to go down the I'll try road. Notice what you were suckered in by in this life, or tempered with what keeps you stuck to this old habit. If you're willing and open to it, go beyond the 7-day invitation and then be free from trying anything over the next 3 months. Watch how your relationships, finances, health, love, and personal goals dramatically shift. It's truly a miraculous thing to see the outrageous changes that will take place when you start being committed to who you are, what you want, and stop entertaining the notorious try word. Without deviation from the norm, progress is not possible. For example, these lives that we have, that we're all currently in, are our greatest teachers. This life has this mysterious, seductive way of showing us how deeply powerful, creative, and incredibly penetrating we are. This world wants to be penetrated by you, by your energy, your creativity, your love, and your consciousness. That is why it is here. The world is here to experience you, so that in return you get to experience it. This is the cosmic setup. And how we can learn, grow, and evolve as infinite souls traveling through this life on our mysterious journey home. Now, we are not passive observers watching our lives flutter by. We are also not just actors on life's stage, playing out these random personalities and the garden variety of roles handed down to us. We are that indescribable expansion and contraction of consciousness that is weaving itself in between. We are the blend of the observer, the observed, and the actor on the grand stage. We are the energy that's creating our actions, and this detached observer who is watching it all magically unfold. We are this interwoven space, this timeless spiritual essence that is beyond all rational comprehension. Now, it can be tricky at first to understand that this divine interwoven mystery is what and who we really are. We've been programmed and imprinted to believe we are either this body or this soul, that we either are spiritual or material things. Yet, if we look with a penetrating, piercing mind into the core infrastructure of our human reality, we will see that we are both. This universe is just too big not to contain both. And whenever we begin to identify ourselves with anything other than all three sides of the coin, we needlessly suffer. Whatever is given to you is precious. If it was not so, existence would not have given it to you. Suffering is not always bad. It is the most wonderful indicator that we are not being receptive, open, and available to this universe. Thank God there's something to notify us when we are off target. Our suffering, however, is not to be taken too personally. Suffering just means the ego, your individuated mind, has got you convinced that it's in charge and running the entire show. It is a master at pretending that your life is something smaller than the divine cosmic immensity that it truly is. The mind has got you hypnotized into believing its minuscule separate version of reality is true. It's like a colony of ants trying to convince every human being that their world is the only system that exists on this planet, and the most important one everyone should be focusing upon. All suffering stems from forgetting our connection with the God Source. All suffering stems from forgetting our connection with the God Source. You, in that body, you are the God Source, which originates from a deeper complaint we have within ourselves that says life should be different than the way it is. The complaining ego doesn't trust that the all-intelligent, divinely creative God Source knows exactly what it's doing. Our ego maintains its kingly or queenly suffering state because it stopped being curious. It stopped being curious about this awesome divine matrix of life. It has forgotten about our spiritual freedom, the power of pure consciousness, and our ability to choose what really matters. Everybody, all of us, at one time or another, have been carrying around hundreds of masks. Just watch. Talking to your lover, your boss, or with a person who is not going to fulfill any of your desires. Just watch your face. If you need their help the next day, just watch your face. Is there a moment in your life where you drop all your masks with everyone? Osho. God exists within everything, including your awareness right here, right now. At the deepest level of reality, this universe has given us an opportunity to discover this connection with the divine, which creates total freedom, love, empowerment, and enlightenment in our lives. We are given an opportunity while we are in a human body to create whatever we wish to, including transcending every level of suffering. Inner mastery is available to anybody who truly believes it's possible to be free from any type of suffering forever. Some people, however, feel they need to suffer more before they are ready for liberation, while others believe they have had enough and are not willing to tolerate living in some version of inner conflict another day. Now, the most interesting thing that has been discovered is that the people who are truly honestly finished with their own personal suffering toleration project suddenly create an inner shift in their consciousness that has the most fascinating dimension to it. You begin having a fully open, consistently receptive, welcoming quality to this life, which behaves much like a cosmic womb, continuously ready and willing to give birth to a deeper connection with the God source inside. If and when we look deeper and begin exploring what exactly is this cosmic womb, we see that it is the foundation for all matter and antimatter. It is the foundation for all matter and antimatter. It is this awesome, supremely empty, universal blackboard of which all consciousness and all its content fall upon. In a more spiritual context, you might say the cosmic womb is the home base where the creative, all-loving God source abides. The womb is the feminine aspect of God. The womb is the feminine aspect of God. And all matter and consciousness is the male aspect. Just as you and I came from a womb, everything in this universe was also born out of a womb as well. It is what existed before the Big Bang. And quite frankly, there never was a Big Bang. Before the first thought, before there was any empty void in existence, when we begin personally exploring this 100% pure emptiness of existence, we can often first encounter negative states of emotional sensation, such as lack, apathy, loss, or even depression. This is part of the normal emptying out procedure that is simply a clearing of the ego's list of negative limiting beliefs it's been gripping onto. Through a persistent curiosity, devotion, meditation, prayer, or spiritual practice, of investigating this purely empty, cosmically connected womb-like space inside us, we soon discover something radically divine and absolutely precious abides at the core. All the core of our inner cosmic womb is absolutely freedom, true inner peace, an indescribable self-love, a deeply penetrating awareness, and the connection to all the power and energy in this universe. You realize this must sound quite outrageous and unbelievable. Yet, when you experience it for yourself, you'll see that that's precisely what it is. The cosmic womb is your sacred entry point, your spiritual gateway to instantly commune with the divine. When we are inside this absolutely pure empty space, the most direct loving inner guidance immediately shows up, providing the most vital information and insights we were most needing to have. Discovering how to live in a constant, reverent communion with this sacred womb within is the most solid spiritual foundation that we can relax our entire lives into. There is nothing more reliable, since the cosmic womb is always there, always ready to be received, and always creating the deepest possible transformation within us. When we surrender deeply to this life, we discover our own personal relationship and intimate connection with the deepest experience of reality. And to prove that it is real, we are given the gift of effortlessly finding total mastery over our minds, peace with every emotion we have, a profound unity with our own consciousness, and thus total mastery of our lives. All of the greatest treasures are hidden behind that which we wouldn't want to be with. You're this ultimate mischief and brilliance. All the wisdom, compassion, and treasure is within. So where are you going to hide it? I find it such a surprise to notice that who we are is the pulsing heart of the emptiness, the mountain strength of the vastness. Pamela Wilson. Now, the eastern part of this world have known about this purely empty state for thousands of years, and they called it shunyata. It means pure emptiness, yet in a positive sense, not like the negative interpretation that's cast upon being empty in the West. Since the Western mind is more focused on materialism, productivity, and achieving things in the outer world, emptiness would seem like a negative experience for the traditionally conditioned system Western mind, because the Eastern mind sees all the matter as illusory, transitory, here today, gone tomorrow. Then that which is void of matter, purely empty of thought, is understood to be our closest connection to our divine spiritual nature and ultimate foundation. Discovering a 100% reliable spiritual foundation is the most colossal gift we could ever give ourselves. Finding that which never changes, is always permanent, always reliable, eternal, indestructible, and absolutely free simply sets the mind at ease. It allows our soul to rest in our body, to experience the feeling that we can be at home here now, no matter what seems to be happening in the outer world. The cosmic womb is the great doorway to our highest freedom and the full realization of our unbounded spiritual nature. It is our essential entry point for how we can instantly reclaim our real spirituality, which in turn initiates a complete mind-body healing and permanent access to the state of unlimited potentiality. Just a few seconds in the womb, we immediately experience heaven is within. We encounter a timelessness, an infinite spaciousness inside. We discover we are already spiritual infinite love within ourselves. We discover we are already spiritual beings at the core of every moment. We experience our spiritual indestructible essence is always here, always now, and always available. Right now, you have the small light of the ego to help you to see, to grow, to find your way, and you are afraid to extinguish it. Then you will fall into utter darkness for a time, while the dark night of the soul. In a dark night, even a glowworm is quite a hope that light exists. Osho. The cosmic womb inside you, all of us right now, is easy to discover. In fact, it takes zero effort and energy to realize it is here. The more the mind efforts to try to find it, the more elusive the womb becomes. Your cosmic womb can only be found through a deep relaxation into your consciousness. It is not something experienced when we are unconscious, half-conscious, or operating in automatic habits of the mind. The womb is only found when the mind is not there, when we are free from all the demands and desires of the ego. Only then can we fully relax, remove all of our masks, and happily reveal the amazing enlightened being we truly are. Your cosmic womb is found through a constant experience of receptivity and surrender. When we can become supremely unguarded, free from any need or agenda, only then are we fully receptive, and the God source instantly enters us. We must choose to surrender completely to the totality of our existence, to all our problems and their solutions, letting everything release. And in this great letting go, all the answers to this life's greatest questions seem to be painted in perfect pictures on the womb's vast, infinite, holy background. This grand emptiness is so profound that the infinitely creative source has no other choice than to draw out all the answers for you. The power in the womb is so intoxicating and liberating that all your pains and personal issues are orgasmically taken over by the divine. The womb awakens us instantly, points us back to the most radical essence of who we truly are and what we truly are. It gives us exactly what we are most needing to experience. To initiate the process of discovering your inner cosmic womb, you can do it immediately. Do it this week. Start with being more allowing, welcoming, receptive, and expansive in your thinking and normal. A good exercise is in welcoming each experience of this life and its opposite. Meaning, welcome in the pain and the pleasure, the joy and the sadness, the frustration and the ecstasy, etc. The cosmic womb is already allowing all the good, bad experiences in this world to play out on its universal blackboard without discrimination or judgments. It is simply allowing for everything, including the mind and its various states of consciousness, to unfold as they will. Be like this cosmic blackboard, allowing for all. The very instant we welcome our totality, the dark and the light, we become 100% present to this present moment, and the most amazing discoveries are found. Each moment becomes another epiphany and a holy experience to be revealed. We find every day is a great gateway or a great to absolute creativity, expanded love, and a higher state of consciousness. Through welcoming all good, bad experiences, we can allow this unlimited God source of energy to freely enter our lives. It's good to know that everyone is going to be reflecting back to you where you are. This world will be mirroring those good and bad parts of yourself that you might not be aware of. If you are feeling stuck in a relationship, trapped in a job, powerless in a financial situation, or simply inadequate in your life, you are not feeling into the full contraction and expansion of your consciousness. Let go of this clinging or resisting either side, and let this grand pendulum swing. If you are welcoming everything on the outside and the inside, you cannot and will not miss the cosmic womb. Now, super positive news is that this universe already always loves you. It's perpetually sending you wake-up calls, trying to pour its greatness, its sweet healing love and wild ecstasy into you. The question is, are you ready for this? Can you handle a cosmic state of ecstasy? Then become ridiculously receptive to every experience in this life again. Become like the most beautiful feminine flower, tasting the fresh morning rays of sunlight dancing on your skin. God must enter you here. It has no other choice. It must surrender to you if you allow for it to enter you. Simply open yourself up to all of existence. This is the most effortless and easy way to realize and experience your divinity. The ego functions like a blindfold on your eyes. The sun rises and you remain in darkness. The music goes on and on and on, but you don't hear a thing. You live in this ocean of love, but nothing is felt. With the ego, you remain like a dying tree. One last word of advice on your journey into the womb. It is a glorious and ferocious ride, and nothing short of that. The mind will have a tendency to try to remain in control, to dictate reality, micromanage your destiny. This is a very old habit, which it's not going to let go easily. It's going to try to make you believe it is better not to surrender to existence. It feels a desperate need for protection, safety, and security. It tends to live life from a place of fear rather than freedom, love, or ecstasy. Just know that any time you are not feeling free, your mind has taken over, has forgotten the cosmic womb is here to liberate you, and is desperately trying to escape from some illusionary prison it's caught in. The great spiritual setup here is that our souls have literally committed for millions of mind games that believe we are imprisoned so that we can break free and believe we are free. We want to experience it all, and will settle for nothing less. Any attempt to be in total control of the game is pointless and throws our body into a state of contraction. Just understand that your mind is stuck in the habit of constantly attempting to find freedom from an illusionary prison that it created. And all the answers and real goodies you've been seeking are inside this jail cell. There is no need to escape from it. And when you realize this, the bars and walls suddenly dissolve. Any seeking for freedom, love, or enlightenment in another person, spiritual text, or concept is inherently coming from the feeling of missing out on this divine spiritual womb-like connection within yourself. There is no greater guru than trusting your life and the wisdom in your heart. There is no greater guru than trusting your life and the wisdom in your heart. Realize this deeply and completely. This mind of yours is the only thing blocking you from experiencing this divine God source connection. No matter how scared the mind is, it is still in your way. The mind has you fooled, trying to achieve some personal private goal out there, rushing around as if your soul didn't have an eternity of time ahead of you. Be careful of the mind. It acts much like a locomotive, coal-burning train that's been hurling down the same old tracks for 25 years. It's never stopped. It doesn't know how to stop, or at least consciously. Of course, the mind may pause for the occasional red light along the way, yet for it to come to a full, complete halt and turn off its engines, whistles, and backup motors is unheard of. If we ever want to discover the divine womb and the greatest mystery of this life within ourselves, we must abandon this suicidal train for good. We must choose to leap far from these old tracks and hurl ourselves into the unknown. It is here that we will find the soft green grass catches our fall, when we can lay the mind down gently to rest as we bask in the golden sunset beyond the fields, making mad, passionate love with God behind the world's closed eyes. I'll join you in the meditation and return to close us out. Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose, and an easy and slow breath out from the mouth, and remain still. Feelings are what make life extremely rich and juicy. They give your life dimension and create a more intimate and personal experience of reality. Your feelings enable you to heal yourself as well as accept the infinite mystery of this life. For today, allow yourself to let down your protective shields with this world and explore how you really feel about yourself, others, and the world today. Give yourself permission to feel everything and anything you can. Invite in and explore every type of feeling that comes into your body today. Confront the feelings you've been avoiding and breathe deeply into them. Sit with them and simply feel them. Keep your mind and heart open to this rich, rewarding, egoless experience. This is your turn to be emotionally free. Trust your feelings. Stop resisting them. Dive into each one with an open heart, full of curiosity, wonder, and courage. When you stop trying to manage and control your emotions, it will transform you from the inside out. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and the following morning. We'll return here tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern to continue our global Time for Change call. And Thursday, May 11th, continue our global guided meditation call at 3:15 p.m. Eastern. Be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times. Be in the deepest, deepest, deepest of eternal gratitude at all times, no matter what is transpiring outside of you.